Not enough power points, leaking pipes in the toilet, and bad lighting in your room? Oh, no. These are just some of the regrets that many homeowners face. So let's find out how we can avoid them. Hey guys, I'm Clara and I'll be hosting today's video. Planning for a new house is so exciting, but it is also very stressful. There's so much we have to think about and it's easy to miss the little things that may end up being big regrets later. So today, I've got someone from Image Creative Design and she's going to share about what we should look out for so we don't end up wasting our time, energy and money.
Image Creative is one of the most established interior design firms in Singapore with 30 years of experience in the industry. Over the years, they have won numerous awards and have been featured in various news outlets, earning a reputation as a well-renowned household brand.
So let's welcome Wayne Jie.
Hello, hi. I'm Wayne, I'm from Image Creative. So I'm sales manager with Image Creative and I've been with them for 3 years. And the company has been in the market for 30 years and this year is their 30th anniversary. So we are looking forward to celebrate many more milestones together.
Okay. Let's get started. I just want to know very basic things about ID, okay? So I personally haven't gotten my house yet. What value does an ID bring to the table?
An ID is supposed to be someone that, like you can entrust your home renovation journey to. Someone to actually take care of like the renovation works, but also like maybe the designs within a doable budget, which I think that's very, very important.
Let's say I'm considering to plan my own house layout. What are your thoughts of me referring to Pinterest and then hiring my own contractors?
Pinterest, right, they give very, very good mood board pictures to every new homeowner especially. The misconception that sometimes homeowners have for Pinterest is that they are looking only at this item. If you notice Pinterest, they will usually zoom into example, maybe an island table, and going to an ID is where the ID is able to bring you a proper walkthrough of the entire house to see probably if the island that you wanted, is it really suitable for your house layout? And then end up maybe your island is going to look oh, how come it doesn't look so longish and as much as you want? So you guys might feel disappointed hey, this is not how I envision it to be.
So let's move into regret number 1, not enough power sockets. Especially in the kitchen, I feel like that is a very big issue because you have so many appliances right now, right? You have air fryer, steamer, rice cooker. It's not enough, right? So how can we plan better before proceeding with renovation? Yeah, come. Help mommy boil water. Help me make 1 cup of Milo. Thank you. Huh? What? The whole house only got me, man. You have to ask me to do things for me. Hey, what mother? Huh? Only 2 sockets you put so many plugs. You okay or not? You not scared explode Aiya, you shout so loud for what? Small thing only. I know it's dangerous, but this one last time they never planned properly also. What can I do? Never mind
About a big view, I think it's easier to envision. So they really have power sockets on the walls and many parts of the house. But you need to also think about it hey, are these power sockets at the so-called the correct places they are supposed to be? And second, is it enough? Now very common, a lot of people are getting sofas with recliner or massage functions. So I will tell them, say, hey, if you guys are getting, then maybe I will add in 1 more power socket. And those rooms that so-called is left untouched, that means I'm not going to do renovation to it. I will also guide them through, example, what do you think you want this room to be? If it's going to be a study room, then you might think that, okay, I have my computer, I maybe have another laptop. Start to imagine probably how many there will be. But if those that oh no, I just leave it empty as a guest room, yeah, then we can actually just use back whatever that the HDB provides you.
Now we're going to talk about bad lighting. So your room now is when it's bright, it's too bright. When it's dark, it's too dark. And there's always that one corner with that weird shadow that looks haunted. So can you tell me what are some common mistakes that people make with lighting?
You need to know what kind of lifestyle suits you and what kind of lights. Some owners, they will have this little misconception thinking that, I don't want the house dark, I want it bright. Enhance the entire living with white light and then end up looking like a stadium. So I would say that have different parts of the house having different lights. Like example, the foyer or the passageway to your rooms and all this. So I think this is something that it's also our duty to actually advise the owners, to let them know like, hey, you know, maybe this part you have too little lightings or having too much lightings.
Okay, so now let's move on to regret number 3, textured tiles. So textured tiles, as you know, they are very nice to look at until you try cleaning dust and grimes that get stuck in the grooves, and mopping doesn't help. What should we know before choosing tiles and finishes?
I would say first thing you need to know that which area is the tiles for. And then it really depends on individual, because some of them, they prefer glossy tiles. It's easier to mop, definitely. But some owners find it slippery, and some owners they don't really like having reflections. So some matte tiles, I would say it's very popular among younger homeowners. In terms of color-wise, I think it's good to get very neutral. And most important, it really depends on what the furniture that you're going to have in your house. But if let's say you're talking about family with kids, if let's say example, you don't have pets and all this, right? Maybe you can actually go for vinyl, because vinyl is softer. Thing when kids growing up, they will tend to stumble a little bit lah. So I think with the vinyl flooring, right, it's a lighter knock than having tiles. But if let's say you have pets and they are not P-trained, having a tiles would be a better idea.
So now let's move on to regret number 4, cutting costs on materials. Furniture nowadays can be super expensive. We buy furniture from IKEA to save money, but then you realize after a while they start peeling, tearing, chipping off. What is your take on cutting costs? When is it okay and when is it not okay?
I feel, first of all, those you might change over time or inexpensive to change, go ahead and get from all the different platforms. Then or those that it's a hassle for you to tear down and rebuild again, then I would say maybe be a little bit more careful. Go for the proper vendors to do it. Example, you want to do up your window grills. Don't try getting something and try to DIY yourself. If the grill were to drop down and everything, anything to do with electrical appliances, especially lightings in the house, just be a bit more cautious when you're ordering online. Best to have safety mark logo. If not, then you will have really issues in the future. Let's say there's any trick or anything.
So now let's move on to regret number 5, blowing the budget on one feature. I had a friend who thought a kitchen island will make the whole space feel more atas and open, and she spent a good chunk of her budget on it. She had kids and she realized that actually the island table, it just became a dumping ground for milk bottles, bags. How do you decide whether it's really a need for someone who wants an island table? Oh my god, this tinted stone one is so beautiful, it's perfect. But it's way out of my budget. But then again, you only live once, right? Okay, boss, I'll take this one. This one is good. Ayo, shh, this I know it's time to drink milk. Wait, you see this countertop I buy so nice last time? Not only put your milk bottle, it's been money.
Okay, coming to an island table, I would say if let's say you don't have a lot of additional features in the house and your kitchen is more for your get together with friends and family, then I think if the space permit, having an island is nice. But if let's say you are already moving in with a family of 5, then actually having an island will end up being the scenario that you mentioned that your friend has lah.
Next question is, what other features do people often regret because they don't end up using?
Maybe the foyer entrance, what we call the divider. Some of them, they just want it so-called a private area. They are afraid that maybe their neighbors will walk past and they were just they are sitting there. So they just want me to, do up a divider to separate. Some of them, they will actually tell me, say, actually, my homeowners never look in one. It will actually maybe make the space a little bit smaller. And then another one I would say is settee. It's definitely in trend. A settee is for you to
A settee?
That means near the foyer. It's very common when they have it near the foyer entrance. It's a little seat area lah. So actually if you have a small area, it's okay because that serves the function. But many times owner want it to look like the Pinterest kind, right? Then they have it a lot bigger. Then after they realize that
No one sit there.
they have the space but then they don't have the space for shoes. And like what you say, every day already morning late for work, really got no time to like properly sit and then put on the shoes.
So let's move on to regret number 6, and we're going to talk about curves. So having been to a lot of my friends' new houses, I realized one thing in common, which is the use of all the curves and no sharp corners. So what are your thoughts on this?
I really think that it definitely still has its function. First of all, is that it creates a bit of a safety feature, especially if you have young kids and all this. And also definitely aesthetic is soften the entire look of the cabinet, you know, making it like look less bulky. Definitely nice to have curves around the house, but it is needed for like everywhere. It's definitely nice to have a bit of like slight curves and all this. But if let's say the curve is really like a lot bigger, more like wave, you know, kind of, then do take note that it will actually lower down on the functionality. Because actually for the curve area, right, you're not able to put stuff and all this. And of course, because of the arc, these are what we call like design workmanship. So of course, that's where the price is also definitely higher than if let's say you're looking at just like a basic 90 degrees.
Regret number 7, hiring the wrong ID. Everything starts fine, then after that, it gradually goes silent. It gets delayed and then you end up going over budget. What should homeowners look out for when they are trying to engage an ID?
I usually won't call it wrong ID lah, but I will find that you need to find the ID that is for you. It's like you choosing your husband lah. Huh? There are a lot of 高富帅 in the market, right? But why him? Right chemistry and the right sparks. I think it's very important because sometimes, you know, when you meet the right ID and all this, you know, like you tend to open up a bit more because you know that this ID really understands what I'm looking at, you know. Many things are, you know, just need to be left unsaid and then she will know or he will know, you know, what am I looking for and all this. So I think it's really about finding the right ID to be able to cater to your needs. What they quote me, rough ballpark is high and then okay, I'm going to like take them off from my list. Sometimes you just need to like, you know, walk one step further to know why is it like this.
Thanks for sharing about all these things. So after talking about all these 7 regrets, right? What are your must-dos for someone who is planning to start renovation?
First thing that you need to plan it down is what is the area that you want to spend the most money on. Okay, example, carpentry, certain cabinets I can do next time, but I want a good flooring. Later see the flooring ready, then later see, wow, the wall so textured, very nice, you know, don't divert yourself. I think that's something very important. Practicality and function. You know, so that's like for the must-do number 2, which I feel that you need to know that are you a practical person? Are you a design person? Or are you on a budget person? So example, if you are into the design-wise, then okay, then at least you know that whether this thing has got its major functionality or not very important. To you, it's like, oh, 要美而已. But if let's say to you, it's like, oh no, I'm working on a budget. Then at least you know that you can sieve down to, okay, no, it's only have to be within my doable budget. So whether the design very nice or not, that one second, but must be within my doable budget. Must have the functionality. I think that is something that you need to think it through. The third one will be to really know what kind of color themes or concept that you like. Yeah, don't be too bothered by what kind of concept that everybody is using now in the market, like eclectic, modern Scandi. You know, don't be too bothered by it. Just go with the color that you like. Like you're very certain that you like cream color. Just ask yourself that, are you okay with having the concept like this for the next 5 years? Last but not least is to choose your ID first before making other purchases for your house. There's some electrical appliances fair going on, and then end up you were supposed to like plan out like, okay, I'm supposed to spend this amount on electrical appliances only, but because your favorite expensive TV is going on 30% discount, and then somehow or other you buy it, and then you know all the items add together, it bursts your budget. Then what happens? You will tend to sacrifice your renovation. The renovation should be your priority because like what I mentioned at the start of the video, there are some of the things that you cannot decide to do next time on. So you should actually prioritize your renovation first. Or even if you have not confirmed an ID, it's fine, but at least after a few IDs that you can meet, right, you already know how much you're going to spend, correct or not? You already probably know like, oh, okay, like yes, all the IDs will tell you a rough figure. So you somehow or other, you just take a bit of both, like, maybe all the IDs tell you between 40 to 50,000. Then you just take okay, I'll be looking at 45. Okay, so I know that this is my benchmark. So am I able to still spend this money?
Thank you so much for sharing all these useful and insightful tips with us, because honestly, if I didn't show up today to interview you, I wouldn't have learned so much. So I hope this video helps you if you are like me, planning your first home or your next renovation. And if you are keen to learn more about what she does or to find out more of their services, check out Image Creative Design, okay? So you can go on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!